What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm actually here to do my free agency look at cornerbacks. I'm kind of an idiot. I accidentally did my video for tight ends today. Like, I filmed it, and I put it all together, and I was getting ready to upload it, and realized that I got ahead of myself. So that video is ready, and I will release that in a couple days. Today is going to be my look at potential free agent cornerbacks. Then it's going to be a deep dive into Dolphins tight ends. Then it'll be the video on free agent tight ends, followed by deep dive of safeties, free agent safeties, and then deep dive of quarterbacks as well as punter in the same video, and then quarterbacks and punters and free agency in the same video. So anyway, all of that to come. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, because now I'm behind schedule in my day because I'm an idiot. So let's do it. Anyway, just to start off though with positional breakdowns, as you know, need by need for me, start the videos off with that. Now, just real quick, I mean, tight end, you know, you could argue drops down the list a spot or two just because of the fact that they did secure Mike Gesicki, at least for this upcoming season, via the franchise tag. But here's what it is. Offensive line, number one with tackles and then center. Running back, wide receiver, linebacker being a true middle. Defensive line, edge and tackle. Cornerback, tight end, safety, backup quarterback, and punter. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to free agent, defensive line, cornerbacks. Here we go. So we did talk about it a little bit in the last video, or quite a bit, but J.C. Jackson is a free agent. They did not sign him to a new deal. New England did not sign him to a new deal. They didn't franchise tag him. And just real quick, because I do want to get through this, and I did talk about it a lot yesterday in my video, the deep dive of Dolphins' current cornerbacks. I would love to see them just let Byron Jones go, eat whatever they got to eat from that contract. It doesn't matter. I don't care. They got tons of money, and, you know, over the next couple seasons, obviously it's all going to disappear. The cap's going to continue to rise. So money shouldn't really be a fucking issue. Honestly, I would love to see them get rid of Byron Jones and bring in J.C. Jackson to replace him, and it be Jackson and Howard out there on the edges with Holland and Brandon Jones as our safeties. That's fucking phenomenal to me. I would love to see that. Will it happen? I don't know, but we'll take a look. J.C. Jackson, he's a UFA 27, 3.3, current APY, millions, in the millions. Measurables, combine scores, pro day, undrafted out of in 2018, got 4 years in, all with the Patriots, 62 games played, 39 started, 2,873 snaps, 718.25 per year, 158 total tackles, 39.5, 129 solo, 32.25, 29 assisted, 7.25, 4 tackles for loss, 1 per year, 1 quarterback hit, 0.25, 25 interceptions. In his young career, he's got a slightly more per year average than Xavier Howard, but that's the thing, man. You pair him with Howard, and man, oh man, are they going to be turnover machines. Doesn't matter which side of the field you throw at, we're picking that ball, right? Interceptions, 25, 6.25 per year, 1 forced fumble, 0.25, 3 recoveries, 0.75. Obviously good in his turnovers, and also good with the passes defense, 53 passes defense, 13.25 per year, 1 touchdown, 0.25. Also going to provide you with points like Howard will. Anyway, 17 games played, 17 started, 945 snaps this past season, 58 total tackles, 44 solo, 14 assisted, 2 tackles for loss, 8 interceptions with 1 forced fumble, 23 passes defense, and 1 touchdown. And he did make the Pro Bowl in 2021. I think they're going to prove to be kind of stupid for not keeping him. I mean, they should sign this dude to a contract, but they're going to let him hit free agency, so I'd love to see him end up in a Dolphins uniform. He also was All-Pro second team in 2021 and did win Super Bowl 53 with the Patriots in 2018. His grades have been kind of and, you know, particularly run defense and pass rush. Pass rush we don't really care about as much, but, you know, I mean, obviously we know what kind of player he is, especially recently. I mean, he's been a fucking stud. His production definitely speaks for itself. And I think these grades are probably a little, I mean, his overall and his coverage grades are pretty good. It's his run defense and pass rush that PFF doesn't seem to like all that much, which we don't care about as much. Run defense you'd like to see him be good in, right? But anyway, we know he's a great player. We'd love to see him with Howard on the boundaries. That would be phenomenal. We are going to now take a look at Stephon Gilmore, though. Carolina, he's from Carolina. He's next up on the list. UFA, he's 32 years old, bit older, obviously, and current APY of $13 million. So decent cap hit there. Measurables combine. Round 1 pick in 2012, 10th overall, 10 years in, started with Buffalo from 12 to 16, New England from 17 to 20, and Panthers from 2021 to present. 132 games played, 125 started, 8,034 snaps, 803.4 per year, 427 total tackles, 42.7, 37 solo, 37.4, 53 assisted, 5.3, 8 tackles for loss, 0.8 per year, 1 quarterback hit, 0.1, 1 sack, 1.1 per year, 27 interceptions, 2.7 per season, 6 forced fumbles, 0.6, 3 fumble recoveries, 0.3, 116 passes defensed, 11.6 per year, 2 touchdowns, 0.2 per year. And in 2021, he played 8 games, started 3, 304 snaps, 16 total, 15 solo, 1 assisted, 1 tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, and 2 passes defensed. And he has made the Pro Bowl a number of times, 16, 18, 19, 20, and 2021. And All-Pro in 2018 and 2019, while being placed on the New England Patriots 2010's All-Decade team. Also won Super Bowl 53 with them in 2018, NFL interceptions co-leader in 2019, as well as Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. And I would say that Xavier Howard's third place Defensive Player of the Year, when he got third place, I would say, I mean, it's really not even a debate. Xavier Howard's stat line in that season was better than Stephon Gilmore's when he actually won it in 2019. But I digress. Anyway, Pro Football Focus grades. Here's what you got. Been pretty solid overall in his grades throughout his entire career. Been a little up and down in moments. Not so hot in 2020. His best year was 2018 as per the grade. So there you have it. We do now move on to a younger guy who's pretty cheap, about $1 million current APY, UFA from Tampa Bay. Although I've heard that Tampa Bay is going to be trying to bring him back, should be bringing him back, so probably not going to be a viable target. But Carlton Davis, a guy to take a look at. Measurables combine, pro day, round 2 pick in 2018, 63 overall, 4 years in. All with the Bucs so far from 18 to present. 51 games played, 50 started, 3,197 snaps, 799.25 per year. So gotten a pretty good workload early on in his career. 207 total tackles, 51.75 per, 175 solo, 43.75, 32 assisted, 8. 9 tackles for loss, 2.25 per year. 6 interceptions, 1.5. 2 forced fumbles, a half fumble per year. Forced fumble per year, 33 recoveries, 0.75 per year, 52 passes defensed, and 13 per season. 10 games played, 10 started this past year, 639 snaps, 39 total tackles, 33 solo, 6 assisted, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and 11 passes defensed. And is a Super Bowl champion from the 2020 season, Super Bowl 55, obviously. Decent overall grades, especially in his recent years. Been getting a little bit better, it would seem, improving. He's a young player, still got a lot of room to grow or whatever, but solid player. And again, if he was to shake free, something to take a look at, especially depending on what they do at the cornerback position. But for me, I would love to see them pay Howard whatever he wants to be paid, axe Byron Jones, bring in J.C. Jackson, and then after that, I think guys like Trill Williams, Nick Needham, and whatever are, maybe Elijah Campbell you throw in there, or Justin Coleman, whatever. You got a solid group of corners, and then of course you also have your safeties in your secondary, which are really good overall too. So I think you'd be pretty good in the cornerback room if that were the case. Darius Williams is up next from the Los Angeles Rams, UFA 29, 4.8 basically current APY. Measurables, pro day scores, undrafted at 18, 4 years in, Started with the Ravens in 2018 and then went partial year with the Ravens, partial year with the Rams, and then has been with the Rams ever since from 19 to present. 46 games played, 26 started, 1,973 snaps, 493.25 per year. A little less usage for this guy. 130 total tackles, 32.5 per season, 111 solo, 27.75 per, 19 assisted, 4.75, 5 tackles for loss, 1.25, 6 interceptions, 1.5, 2 fumble recoveries, half a recovery per season, 27 passes defense, 6.75, 1 touchdown, 0.25. And his 2021 stats are 14 games played, 13 started, 924 snaps, 71 total tackles, 60 solo, 11 assisted, 3 tackles for loss, 1 fumble recovery, and 9 passes defensed. Did obviously set or match a number of career bests this past season, and of course is also a Super Bowl champion as of this past year, having won Super Bowl 56 with the Los Angeles Rams here in 2021. And his grades have been kind of meh, but does seem to be overall improving, and his snap count certainly has improved each and every year to peak out at 924 so far in his 4th year. We do now move on to another Los Angeles team, Casey Hayward Jr. Las Vegas. This is the why do I have, that actually threw me off. That's why it threw me off, because it's supposed to be Las Vegas Raiders. Anyway, so he's UFA, 33, 2.5 current APY, measurables, combine scores, round 2 pick in 2012, 62 overall, 10 years in, started with the Green Bay Packers from 12 to 15, spent 16 with the then San Diego Chargers. They obviously then became the Los Angeles Chargers, 17 to 20, and then to the Las Vegas Raiders for 2021 to present. 146 games played, 112 started, 7,941 snaps, 794.1 per year. 431 total tackles, 43.1, 362 solo, 36.2, 69 assisted, 6.9 per year, 13 tackles for loss, 1.3, 3 quarterback hits, that's 0.3 per year, 24 interceptions, 2.4, 2 forced fumbles, 0.2 per year, 4 fumble recoveries, 0.4, 109 passes defense, 10.9 per season, 3 touchdowns, 0.3, 1 safety, 0.1 per year. And in 2021, he played in 17 games, started all of them, 1,091 snaps, 46 total tackles, 39 solos, 7 assisted, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 9 passes defensed, and 1 safety. Did make the Pro Bowl in 16 and 17. Was also Defensive Rookie of the Year. Came in third place in 2012. And was All-Pro second team in 16 and 17 as well. And as you can see, kind of a little bit up and down with him and his grades as well. But for the most part, he's been pretty solid and has even gotten some, elite markings, although it seems to be run defense and pass rush seem to be his weakness overall. Although pass rush you don't necessarily care as much about for corners unless, you expect them to be like, blitzing off the edge or something like that. Anyway, Steven Nelson is up next from Philadelphia. He's in some void years of his contract. 29, $2.5 million current APY. Measurables, combine, pro day. Round 3 pick in 2015, 98 overall. 7 years in. Starting with the Kansas City Chiefs from 15 to 18. Pittsburgh Steelers from 19 to 20. And Philadelphia Eagles from 2021 to present. 98 games played, 84 started, 5,643 snaps, 806.1 per year, 341 total tackles, 48.7 per, 287 solo, 41, 54 assisted, 7.7 per year, 10 tackles for loss, 1.4 per season, 1 quarterback hit, 0.1, 8 interceptions, 1.1, 1 forced fumble, 0.1, 4 fumble recoveries, 0.6, 59 passes defensed, and that's 8.4 per year. 16 games played, 16 started this past season, 981 snaps, 50 total tackles, 34 solo, 16 assisted with 1 interception and 7 passes defensed. Has been, as you can see, kind of up and down in the PFF grades. Again, I mean, a lot of people like him, a lot of people don't, and they can be hit or miss in their grades. Sometimes they make sense, sometimes they don't. So it is what it is. But, again, data points to have in there. I think it's interesting to look at and to use as information. We do now move on to Bryce Callahan from the Denver Broncos. He's UFA, 31, $6 million current APY. Measurables, combine, pro day, undrafted in 15, 6 years in, starting with the Chicago Bears, 15 to 18, 19 to present with the Broncos, 66 games played, 45 started, 3,159 snaps, 526.5 per year, 194 total tackles, 32.3 per, 171 solo, 28.5, 23 assisted, 3.8. 15 tackles for loss, 2.5, 8 quarterback hits, 1.3, 5 sacks is 0.8 per year, 6 interceptions, 1 per year, 1 forced fumble, 0.2, 1 fumble recovery, 0.2 per season, 29 passes defense, 4.8 per year. Played in 11 games in 2021, 6 started, 504 snaps, 29 total tackles, 25 solo, 4 assisted, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 4 passes defensed. Didn't get a very good run defense grade this past season. Otherwise, okay. Not a very good overall, obviously, but good in pass rush and coverage. Probably his best season was 2020. Didn't get any snaps in 19 and has been kind of average or, whatever overall in his career when it comes to his grading and from PFF. We now move on to Dante Jackson from the Carolina Panthers. He's UFA. He's 27, 1.2 current APY. Measurables, combine, pro day, draft status round 2 pick in 2018, 55 overall, 4 years in, all with the Panthers from 18 to present, 55 games played, 51 started, 2,937 snaps, 734.25 per year, 209 total tackles, 52.25 per, 167 solo, 41.75, 42 assisted, 10.5 per year, 9 tackles for loss, 2.25, 1 quarterback hit is 0.25 per year, 1 sack, 0.25, 12 interceptions, 3 per season, 2 forced fumbles, half a forced fumble per year, 1 recovery, 0.25, 38 passes defense, 9.5 per season, 12 games played, 12 games started in 2021, 717 snaps, 61 total, 50 solo, 11 assisted, 3 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 10 passes defensed, and has been, meh. As you can see, his best year was probably 2020, and other than that, been kind of a mixed results when it comes to his grading. We now move on to Charvarius Ward from the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a UFA, 26, 3.3, about 3.4 current APY, measurables, pro day scores, undrafted in 2018, 4 years in, so far all with the Kansas City Chiefs, 56 games played, 43 started, 2,721 snaps, 680.25 per year. Decent workload. Kind of with his production though. 222 total tackles, 55.5 per year, 168 solo, 42 per year, 54 assisted, 13.5. 3 tackles for loss, 0.75. 3 quarterback hits, 0.75. 1 sack, 0.25 with 4 interceptions, 1 per year, 1 forced fumble, 0.25 per season, 29 passes defense, 7.25 per year. In 2021, he played in 13 games, 12 started with 751 snaps, 67 total tackles, 48 solo, 19 assisted, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions with 10 passes defensed. He is a Super Bowl champion though, Super Bowl 54 in 2019, and his grades have been meh, right? With maybe slightly, average to above average overall, although, kind of having some, and his best season was definitely, I would say, 2021 overall, right? Now we move on to DJ Reed Jr. from the Seattle Seahawks. He's 26, UFA. Very cheap though, just about 700,000 current APY. Measurables, combine, pro day, round 5 pick in 2018, 142 overall. 4 years in, started with the San Francisco 49ers from 18 to 19. Seattle Seahawks 2020 to present. 55 games played, 24 started, 2,047 snaps, 511.75 per year. 194 total tackles, 48.5 per season. 149 solo, 37.25, 45 assisted, 11.25. 5 tackles for loss, 1.25, 1 quarterback hit, 0.25, 1 sack, 0.25 per year, 4 interceptions, that's 1 per season, 2 forced fumbles, a half per year, 4 recoveries, 1 per year, 19 passes defense, 4.75 per season, 1 touchdown, 0.25 per year. In 2021, he did set or match a number of career bests. 14 games played, 14 started with 1,002 snaps, 78 total tackles, 62 solo, 16 assisted, 2 interceptions, 1 recovery, fumble recovery, 10 passes defensed. And it looks like this is probably his best overall graded year as well. when it comes to his PFF grades. So looks to be improving. Generally, his snap count has improved for most of his career, right? So guy who seems to be on the rise as a potential, target if they want to target cornerbacks in free agency. Mackenzie Alexander is up next from Minnesota. He's a UFA at 29. About 1.1 million current APY measurables, combine, pro day, round 2 pick in 2016, 54 overall, 6 years in. Starting with the Vikings from 16 to 19, then spent 2020 with the Bengals, and then went back to the Vikings from 2021 to present. 84 games played, 25 started, 2,820 snaps, 470 per year, 201 total tackles, 33.5 per season, 147 solo, 24.5, 54 assisted, 9, 11 tackles for loss, 1.8, 8 quarterback hits, 1.3, 4.5 sacks, 0.75 per year, 3 interceptions, that's half an interception per season, 32 passes defense, 5.3 per year, 16 games played this last season, 5 started, 689 snaps, which is kind of a lot for, I know he played in 16 games, only started 5 though. Anyway, 51 total tackles, 333 solo, 18 assisted, 1 tackle for loss, and 5 pass defense. Didn't get very good grades this year or the year before that. Otherwise, and then the two, 18 and 19, 18 was definitely his best graded year. Kind of meh in 19, his first 2 seasons, not so hot. So there you have it as far as his grades go. Been kind of up and down, didn't do so hot this past year. And like I said, 18 was his best season. And now we move on to Vernon Hargreaves. He's 27 UFA from the Bengals, 1.5 million current APY measurables, combine, round 1 pick in 2016, 11th overall, 8 years in, 16 to 18. Wait. That math is not right. He's got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 6 years. All right. So, my bad there. 6 years in the league, 16 to 18 with the Bucks. Spent partial time with the Bucks in 2019, then with the Texans. With the Texans for all of 2020. Partial time with the Texans in 2021, then with the Bengals for the rest of it. And now currently with the Bengals. 69 games played. 58 started, 3,807 snaps, 475.875 per year, 290 total tackles, 36.25, 245 solo, 30.625, 45 assisted, 5.625 per year, 6 tackles for loss, 0.75, 4 interceptions, half an interception per season, 2 forced fumbles, 0.25, 1 recovery, 1.25 per year, 31 passes defensed, 7.75 per year, 1 touchdown, which is 1.125 per season. And 21 games played this past season, 6 started, 390 snaps, 32 total tackles, 21 solo, 11 assisted, 1 interception, and 3 passes defensed. He did make Pro Football Writers Association All-Rookie Team in 16, but this past 2 seasons, his grades have been not very good, and overall throughout his career, they haven't been particularly great. So obviously all data points to take into consideration for you when you do your own evaluations on which one of these guys we should, or if any of these guys we should target in free agency. We now move on to another crusty veteran, Patrick Peterson from Minnesota, UFA 32, 8 million current APY, a little more expensive. Measurables, combine, round 1 pick in 2011, 5th overall, 11 years in. Obviously, most of that with the Cardinals from 11 to 2020. 2021 to present with the Vikings. 167 games played, 167 started, 11,009 snaps, which is 1,000.8 per season. So he's obviously had a ton of workload. 544 total tackles, 49.5 per year, 481 solo, 43.7, 63 assisted, 5.7 per year, 12 tackles for loss, 1.1, 4 quarterback hits, 0.4 per year. 4 sacks, 0.4 per year, 29 interceptions, 2.6, 2 forced fumbles, 0.2 per year, 12 fumble recoveries, 1.1, 96 passes defensed, 8.7 per year, 2 touchdowns, 0.2 per year. And as far as his 2021 stats go, 13 games played, 13 started, 884 snaps, 45 total, 34 solo, 11 assisted, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 5 passes defensed, and 1 touchdown. And has made the Pro Bowl a ton of times from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 11 straight through. every year from 2011 to 2018, he made the Pro Bowl. And 11, 13, and 15, he was also an All-Pro. And he did make the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team as well. And as per his grades, I mean, he actually has been a little bit hit and miss, as you can see. I mean, even in, some of his Pro Bowl years, 11 and 14, he didn't get graded out particularly great, although has been solid for most of his career. And of course, we know who Patrick Peterson is. So he has also had some injuries, a couple injuries throughout his career too. We do now move on to the next guy on this list, Joe Hayden out of Pittsburgh, another crusty veteran, 33 UFA, 11 million current APY, measurables combine, pro day, round 1 pick in 2010, 7th overall, 12 years in. Starting with the Browns from 10 to 16, 17 to present with the Steelers, 158 games played, 148 started, 9,847 snaps, 820.6 per year, 615 total tackles, 51.25, 504 solo, 42, 111 assisted, 9.25, 14 tackles for loss, 1.26 quarterback hits, a half per year, 3 sacks, 0.25 per season, 29 interceptions, 2.4, 7 forced fumbles, 0.6, 6 recoveries, half a recovery per season, 155 passes defense, 12.9 per year, 2 touchdowns, 0.2 per season. And in 2021, he played in 12 games, 11 started, 631 snaps, 38 total tackles, 26 solo, 12 assisted, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 6 passes defensed, and has made the Pro Bowl in 2013, 14, and 19, making the second team All-Pro in 2013. And as for his grades, kind of up and down. Didn't have a good 2015. I mean, overall, looks like his best graded year was 2014-ish, but has been overall pretty solid over the course of his career overall, with a little bit of up and down here and there. Rasul Douglas is next from the Green Bay Packers, UFA, 28. I think he's actually the last one on this list, if I'm not mistaken. Just under $1 million current APY, measurables, combine, pro day, round 3 pick in 2017, 99 overall, 5 years in, starting with the Eagles from 17 to 19, Panthers in 2020, and Green Bay Packers from 21 to present, 72 games played, 38 started, 3,052 snaps, 610.4 per year, 237 total tackles, 47.4, 197 solo, 39.4, 40 assisted, 8 per year, 11 tackles for loss, 2.2, 1 quarterback hit, 0.2, 10 interceptions, that's 2 a season, 1 forced fumble, 0.2, 47 passes defense, 9.4 per year, 2 touchdowns, 0.4 per season. 2021 stats, 9 games played, 5 started, 680 snaps, 57 total tackles, 52 solo, 5 assisted, 1 tackle for loss, 5 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 13 passes defense, and 2 touchdowns. And he is a Super Bowl champion from Super Bowl 52 in 2017 and has not been particularly great in his grades, so there you have it. And he's not, though. Ahkello Witherspoon is up next, also from Pittsburgh, another guy from Pittsburgh. I like him. He's a good, relatively young player that I think is an intriguing player. Anyway, he's in void years of his contract, 4 million current APY, measurables, combine scores. Even though his career, it doesn't seem all that impressive. I feel like maybe he's kind of coming into his own a little bit at this point. Round 3 pick in 2017, 66 overall, 5 years in, started with the Niners, 17 to 20, 2021 to present with the Steelers, 56 games played, 36 started, 2,624 snaps, 524.8 per year, 132 total tackles, 26.4, 113 solo, 22.6, 19 assisted, 3.8 per year, 3 tackles for losses, 0.6 per season. 7 interceptions, 1.4, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery, which is 0.2 per season, per year in each stat. 33 passes defense, 6.6 per year, 1 touchdown, 0.2. 9 games played this past season, 3 started, 368 snaps. He was a bit injured this year, though, I think, is why he didn't play very much. 15 total tackles, 14 solo, 1 assisted, 1 tackle for loss. I think he was injured at the beginning of the season and then came back later in the year. 3 interceptions, 9 passes defensed, and has been kind of all right overall in his grades. 2019 was his worst, or 2018 maybe his worst, but has overall been pretty solid the other years. So yeah, we now move on. So how many more guys do I have? Okay, no, these are the last two. These are the last two. These last two. Eli Apple's another guy I threw on this list. Not super high on him, but especially I don't think he's lived up to his round one pick, his first round status, but I figured I'd throw him on here anyway. Cincinnati, UFA's 27, 1.2 current APY. Measurables, Combine, Pro Day, round one pick, 2016 overall, 2016, 10th overall, 7 years in. Starting with the Giants, why I did that again. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 6 years. My math apparently is not has been a little shaky at moments. So anyway, starting with the Giants from 16 to 17, partial year with the Giants in 18, then went to the Saints for 2019, Carolina Panthers 2020, and Cincinnati Bengals from 2021 to present. 73 games played, 63 started, 4,195 snaps, 599.3 per year, 286 total tackles, 40.9 per season, 238 solo. You know what's unfortunate about that though? Is when I did these, so these numbers are actually going to be a little off because I did it per the number that was there. So I probably divided all these numbers by 7 when I got there per year, whatever. So if that's the case, just know I did it by 7 years. So it's going to be a little off. So it'd be a little bit more than these numbers, but whatever. There's no point in worrying about that right now. It is what it is, and it would take way too much time to go through and redo it all and fucking blah blah blah. It just is what it is, damn it. So fuck off with it. You know, my mistake. These numbers are gonna be close, okay? 286 total tackles, 40.9 per year, 238 solo, 34 per season, 48 assisted, 6.9, 6 tackles for loss, 0.9, 2 quarterback hits, 0.3, 5 interceptions, 0.7, 3 forced fumbles, 0.4, 7 recoveries, that's 1 per year. Yeah, see, you can, that's obvious that I did it with seven years. So obviously it's going to be off by a little bit, but it is what it is. It's not much. It would be like 1.1 or 1.2 fumble recoveries per year if it was 6 years. Whatever, you get the idea. Anyway, 43 passes defense, 6.1 per year, 1 touchdown, 0.2. Hey man, I make mistakes too. It is what it is. And this was so much work to go through. I was bound to make mistakes at some point. So I'm actually pretty impressed that I managed to make as few as I did. Anyway, 16 games played this past season, 15 started, 979 snaps, 49 total tackles, 38 solo, 11 assisted, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions with 1 fumble recovery and 10 passes defense, and hasn't exactly been graded out particularly well so far throughout his career. All right, now we move on to Levi Wallace, UFA, 27 from Buffalo, 1.75 million current APY, measurables, combine, pro day, undrafted in 2018, 4 years in, so far all with the Bills, 52 games played, 52 started, 2,806 snaps, 701.5 per year. I think he's a pretty solid player. 219 total tackles, 54.75 per season, 171 solo, 42.75, 48 assisted, that's 12 per year, 7 tackles for loss, 1.75, 2 quarterback hits, that's a half quarterback hit per season, 6 interceptions, 1.5 per year, 1 fumble recovery, 0.25, 30 passes defense, 7.5 per season. And he played in all 17 games this past year, started all 17 games, 993 snaps, 58 total tackles, 47 solo, 11 assisted, 1 tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 10 passes defensed. And it does appear that, well, maybe 18 you could argue. 2018 is arguably his best season, but also you could argue that 2021 was his overall best season, and he certainly had the most snaps of his career in 2021. So, whew, there you have it. Now, I'm like extra winded today after going through all of that because I did 2 videos worth since I accidentally got ahead of myself and, you know, filmed and put together my video for the tight ends, which isn't supposed to come out for another couple days. So there you have it, but it is what it is. So I am going to go ahead and wrap that up. That is my look at free agent cornerbacks going into this free agent period, which opens up in 6 days. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up. Before I get out of here, make sure you check out the Rave On Sports app, the new fan-driven sports app for all of your sports, whether it be basketball, baseball, football, college, whatever you like, they got it. And they are looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverage, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself, while also providing you with an arena to dispute the terrible officiating. So make sure you look for the links to that in the description box. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro, as well as on Instagram at Dolphins_with_Dillon. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.
7 seconds left. Tannehill will throw it. And this will end it after the shovel. Miami runs around, circling, on the go. Gronkowski did not beat it. Touchdown. Daniels Ray. Oh, miracle. Miraculous in Miami. Stills to Parker to Drake. And they held off the field. Unimaginable what has taken place here in South Florida. The Dolphins have done it. They keep their season alive. 69 yards. Wow. Pure joy. Miami wins it.